I'm hoping to quit smoking cigarettes. That's my biggest concern. My name is Dave Brunner. I'm from Fairfield, California. I'm 57 years old and I've been smoking for 45 years. What got me into smoking? Actually, when I was a kid, you know, it was a cool thing to do. Probably picked up my first pack of cigarettes, stole them out of a store when I was about 8 years old. I went out in the ditch behind the house and started puffing away. I didn't really start inhaling until I was like 12 years old, but I feel like I was smoking. Would I consider myself addicted to cigarettes? Yeah, pretty much. Why do I smoke right now is, I guess it's a habit, and a habit I'd like to break if I could. I'd like to quit smoking because I am a lot concerned about my health. I don't want to collect any kind of lung cancer or, you know, mouth cancer, teeth cancer, gum cancer, or whatever. I have a concern for my life, and I'd like to extend it as long as I could. And if I could find an alternative from smoking tobacco to something that would satisfy my smoking urge, that's what I'm looking for. How did I hear about vaping? Actually, it was through my son. He just taken me to the cloud blowing contest there just recently. I've seen the wands before. I've just never used them or anything like that. Pretty much, I don't know a whole lot about vaping. So what we're doing here is a 90-day observation on me converting from smoking tobacco cigarettes to vaping. At the end of 90 days, I give you my concerns and my likes and my dislikes. I'll be doing a daily confessional and check-ins so you can be a part of my journey of this epic change of life.
The one I'd recommend for you would be the Eagle one.
Okay.
This is small, it's compact, and it actually hits really nice.
Really?
And I have one to test if you want to try one.
Sure.
Okay? So you can pop that mouthpiece into the top.
Like this?
Yes, and if it doesn't fit, just kind of do a little turn and it'll pop right in there. There you go.
Much better.
Much better, see?
Yeah, much better.
How you inhale it affects how it hits you.
See, I kind of like this. I kind of felt like I wasn't like contaminating my body when I did this. You know, I got the same kind of feeling, but I know cigarettes are quite dangerous. And if I can get something that's not so dangerous and it does the same thing for me that cigarettes do, why not go with something that's less dangerous? Yeah, you can't double hit this thing. If you do, it's fucking.
It's not like a cigarette.
It's not like a cigarette, that's for sure. We just got back from Crown Vapors in Garden Grove. Showed me a bunch of vapes or mods, and I picked this one. It seems to be pretty cool, pretty easily maintained. You put the oil in this thing. You have a sight glass on the side that shows you the amount that's in there. They said that as soon as you start seeing it get down below there, you start adding more, so it doesn't burn the element out. I'm actually getting the nicotine crave is kind of gone, as I haven't really wanted to smoke a cigarette, and it's been about 45 minutes since I smoked a cigarette on the way there, and I didn't smoke a cigarette on the way back, and I usually would have probably. I'm hoping for a big change. I want to quit smoking cigarettes, and I think I'm well on my way. This is day 3 for me, and I haven't smoked a cigarette, and that's quite an achievement for me. Other than just be mentally aware of what's going on, I gotta say that I do think about the cigarette. The first thing I'm thinking is, I want a cigarette. Well, it makes it a lot easier when I can just go, well, I don't need the cigarette, I'll just smoke on the Eagle One. And I do. and it works out. It seems to be working out for me pretty well. So yeah. The very next day, I went to go get my clothes out of my bag, and I could smell the tobacco on it, and I kind of understood what people were smelling on me. That was my first experience of knowing that I just didn't want to do any more tobacco smoking. Day 4, I think I'm doing pretty good. I even got a good mindset. You know what I mean? I'm not as stressed that I was yesterday about how I was going to get through it without that cigarette. Today, I really did just use this, and it calmed me down. So this is day 5 for me. I actually did pretty good today. I had a little bit of a coughing episode this morning. Not too bad. In fact, it's not the same kind of coughing episode that I had when I was smoking. And usually I had one that I would have on the way to work as I'm driving. And then, to the point where, I was almost gagging. And I'm not having that problem right at this moment. I had an episode of coughing this morning, but it wasn't as bad as it was when I was smoking cigarettes. When I used to smoke my cigarettes, my dog wouldn't even hang out with me. And here he is. He's hanging out with me, and he doesn't really mind the smoke too much. About 6 or 7 days into it, I was really starting to get the hang of it. I actually found some Uncle Junk in the juice that I had, and it helped me immensely to get through. It tastes like a caramel with a little bit of a tobacco taste at the end of it, and it just made it really easy for me. This is day 6 for me. I just want to tell you that I didn't think it was going to be that easy of a transition from smoking to vaping. And it's been really an easy transition for it. My pack of cigarettes is still on my dash. One of these days I'll give it to a homeless person just because. As we go further on into my 10th and 15th day or something like that, I was finding that I wasn't vaping as much as I was smoking. I wouldn't stop to vape like I was stopping to smoke. The truth of the matter is with the cigarette, you're kind of tied to that cigarette until you're done with it. And then you got to find a place to put it out, and then dispose of it, And where I work at a vineyard, and it's kind of detrimental if I put the cigarette on the ground because it could start a fire anywhere, and so that was another plus for me. Of course, a cigarette takes like 7 minutes to smoke. This, I can puff it a couple of 3 or 4 times, and I'm pretty good for another hour or so. It's almost like I've kind of cut down on the puffing time at that. I have a coworker, and about 4 or 5 days after I started vaping and introduced it to him, he started vaping also. This is my worker, Adam. You want to tell him just a little bit about what's going on? You've hit it a couple times. Yeah, tell him how your lungs feel.
My lungs feel probably 50% better. I know it's gonna take a long ass time. I know it's gonna take a long time for my lungs to get better, but I definitely feel I have more breathing expansion. When I take a deep breath, I can take a deep breath more.
More energy.
Oh yeah.
All day long. And
my clothes don't smell like straight smoke.
He's asking me to take a break, and I usually take a break when I smoke a cigarette. Yeah. And we got like 7 or 8 minutes to smoke a cigarette. I take 3 or 4 hits of this, so I'm good to go for another hour and a half. He's going, hey, don't you want to take a break?
Yeah.
It's like the cough that's been coming up, the mucus has been coming up. It's not as dark as it used to be. It used to have little like brown chucks in it, and now it's really clear and stuff. So I've kind of cleared that out of my throat and out of my lungs. So much better than smoke. Vaping is where it's at, I'm telling you. I feel so much better these days. Got 40 days today. I'm kind of feeling pretty good about myself. There is no question that I'll ever go back to cigarettes again. Not ever again. It's not a question of the tobacco or anything like that. It's just that I know that this is a lot more healthier for me. I got a lot more energy these days. I went into my 43rd day and I lost my atomizer, and I thought maybe I was in trouble, but the transition was such an easy transition that When I lost my atomizer, I couldn't vape anymore, and I went 5 days without vaping, which wasn't really a big problem for me. It wasn't like I was looking for the vape or anything. It just wasn't a big deal, and I moved on. As soon as I got my atomizer, I put my atomizer back in, and back to vaping again. And I truly believe that if I was to lose this today, I would have no problem. I definitely wouldn't be going back to tobacco. So. How many days you been smoking?
I've been smoke-free for 37 days now, and I can't tell you again how easy it is to quit smoking cigarettes. And I thought I'd never quit smoking cigarettes. I really did. I thought I was in shit creek. I never quit smoking cigarettes like my mom. She was still smoking cigarettes.
I've got like 51, 52 days, I believe. I'm not even really counting anymore because I'm so far away from tobacco that I'm not even thinking about tobacco again. I'll never go back to tobacco again, ever. This is something that you can drop. Cigarettes was something that I never thought I was going to get rid of. I just thought that I was going to smoke for the rest of my life. I'm 57 years old. You know what I'm saying? And another 20 years from now, who knows? Cigarettes would have probably just done me in. I've kind of lost count of how many days that it's been since I smoked cigarettes, so I know I'm in the 70s anyways, in the 70 days, something like 73, 74, maybe even 75 days that I've not smoked tobacco, and I'm doing really well. I thought that I might have a problem when I started drinking, and you know how when you're drinking you want to smoke, and the thing is, every time I thought about even thinking about cigarettes, I'd pull this out, fire it up, and I'd be good. I think that people are really kind of standoffish about trying to let this thing have a hold on what we're doing as a smoking community. You know, that we can get away from smoking tobacco, and in the crisis of cancer caused by tobacco. I really feel like, you know, everything has come together for me as far as my mind goes, my health. I used to drive to work and do coughing fits, and I'm not doing that anymore. I know I've said it before, I'm sleeping better, I'm eating better, I'm thinking better, my stamina's better, you know, a whole lot of different things. And if you have kids, this is the way to go. You want to stop smoking? This is the way to go. This is the way to go. This is the alternative. And at any time, you can just give this up. It's not like it's calling you to come back. In closing, I just want to say that I'm truly thankful to Vape Capital for giving me a gift. They supplied me with the Eagle One. They supplied me with the juice. They supplied me with a new lease on life. And I want to thank them for it. All right, I hope this. Yeah, it looks like it's recording. Yeah, really. I hope you can hear me. That's my son at work right there.
There's a little thing popping up, but you're good. I think it's recording, dude. I remember doing something different though.
Have you smoked any cigarettes since we started filming?
No, not at all. Why?
I was just curious.
I don't even like the smell of smoking.
That's awesome.
I am so far away from smoking cigarettes that I've been promoting non-smoking to everybody.
This is a gift to anybody that's trying to get off cigarettes. You should do this and get away from it. I see a commercial on TV, it says that this generation will stop smoking cigarettes. And I believe that cigarettes have been around for too long and done too much damage. And I think that we should abolish them. And this is the way to do it. The new age vape. Thank you.